Alrighty, so we are starting off in the basement today. We have a nice 3-inch clean out here. There it is. Take a look around the utility room here. There's our nice wrapped water heater. Hookups for washer, dryer. But what's interesting about this is our main stack is back there. Goes down to the ground like we'd expect. Got lovely dust and whatnot everywhere. We've got our connection here, which goes over to the main stack. Appears to be slightly backgraded in towards the P-trap here, but also we follow this line up that goes out the back foundation wall. That is the kitchen line. That goes from inside the garage behind the wall for the kitchen, out along that back wall, down below the patio, out along the backyard, underneath the patio and the yard and everything, down through this foundation wall, down here, and into the main line. I'm going to recommend that this secondary kitchen line be inspected because it does not have the luxury of being, running through a nice basement here with the joists, or, along the back wall here, or even underneath the slab. It can be subject to water and roots and settling and other stuff. So we want to make sure that that is also in good condition. So I'm going to recommend a rescope for this secondary line. But we're going to go ahead and hop in and take a look at what we've got going on in the main sewer. And here we have a nice ABS to cast iron connection. This is aligned appropriately with no issues with the connection or structure. And then we'll go into the cast iron here. We're seeing standing water. This is definitely a low point. We're more cast iron here with a low point. And we have roots here at about 10 feet. So that tells me that this is absolutely, completely failed. So this joint here, and until we can confirm good pitch with no standing water. So I'm going to be recommending pretty much here from the end of the ABS at 4 feet to 10 feet be replaced for poor pitch, standing water, and a failed joint at 10 feet. Yeah, you can see that this is offset here, which cast iron is a zero tolerance material. No offsets, no roots, none of that. It's supposed to be coming in because those joints are typically sealed with a molten metal, a soft molten metal, but still, once those roots have penetrated and that offset has formed, there's just no saving that connection. So here, we actually see channeling. This doesn't look like typical channeling with just scale buildup. This has been rotting through, it looks like. Because this is about what it should look like. Looks like we've also got possible cracking at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and push to the outside, and we're going to take a look at that. We're going to come inside and double check all of our work. Transition point at 29 feet. It's a cast iron to clay connection with no offsets, leakage, and very, very, very minor roots here. Here at 56 feet, we see a notable offset. Now, this offset is holding water, which is a good sign that the joint itself is not leaking, but it is showing that it is holding water, so we're going to go ahead and flush, make sure that it's not slowing flow and debris too much. Alrighty, and I just noticed that when I went to go flush the basement toilet, that the toilet was only secured with one bolt for the lockdown kit to that flange. So I'm going to recommend that a licensed plumber be hired to properly install that toilet and to inspect the flange and toilet sweep at that time. You can see that's up just a little bit here with the offset, but we get good flow over it. This is something I'm going to recommend monitoring for, but no repair at this time. And we have our city tap connection at 66 feet, which means that this guy that we're looking at here is the collar. It's the last piece of your line as a homeowner that you are responsible for. And we like to take a good close look at this, make sure that there's no offsets or cracks or any other visible damage, just because this ends up being one of the more expensive points to repair typically. This looks pretty good. We're going to flush some more water and improve flow at the main. Alrighty, so the outside clay actually looks really good given the age. So we're going to go ahead and pull to the internal line, redouble our efforts in here, take a closer look at what we've got going on with the cast iron. Seeing possible roots at 27 feet. And here at 24 feet, we've got a joint. And then just a little further back, we can start to see cracking beginning to form in the bottom of the cast iron. It's pretty well hidden here. Back here we have some pretty heavy channeling to the point where, we've got clean cast iron up here, but we still have the channel, telling me that that has been left long enough for that cast iron to actually rot in that area. So that channel has been actually eroded too deep into the wall. We have negative grade here, starting at 14 feet. Pitch back into the house at about 5 degrees. And we have our failed joint with roots and a pretty nasty drop and offset. And then further back we've got standing water. Pretty much back to the PVC, or the ABS here. Alright, we've got that first locate done at about 8 feet deep, just outside the foundation wall. Gotta pull back another 5 feet, do another locate, show the interior part of the line. And without any water running, we can see here at 23 feet 5 inches the kind of rot that's already happening in this line. And then back here, that is absolutely cracking at the bottom. So we've got cracking from 24 feet, looks like to about 22 feet here, where we start to see that crack kind of disappear. We've got more possible cracking. Oh, definitely cracking here. You can see it at the 7 o'clock position.